So following on from the last video, we're just going to do the oil and filter. That's everything you need. 14mm socket, filter strap, something to drain the oil in, and the new oil. This here is actually the cabin filter and the air filter, which I'll show after. Yeah, let's get into it. So your first step, you just want to drain your oil. There's your oil bung. It's a 14mm socket, and on this model yd25 it holds about 7 litres. I usually undo it like this. Keep hold of the bung with the socket and obviously try not to spill any. And bear in mind it will be hot, the oil as well. There we go. And then just want to leave that to drain. And once that's finished draining, or about finished draining, put the bung back in. And remember when you put this in not to over tighten it. It wants to be tight, but not like crazy tight. And then I'll just use a bit of cloth to wipe that. So then later on, when we start it, we can check it's not leaking. Now the next thing we're going to do is put the new filter in. Now there's different ways to go about this. The filter is down there. So you can either go down from the top and remove the fuel filter housing. Some people will take the arch liner out and go in the wheel arch, but I tend to go underneath the car. Now I tend to get the filter there through the bottom of the car, and I just put a filter strap on it like this one, and I spin it off. People do it different ways, but this is just the way I find easiest. So there's your oil filter off. One thing I will say with these filters is make sure this rubber seal comes off with it, because on this model they're upside down. This will tend to stay on the housing. So yeah, I just want to take it off, take the plastic off this one. I put a little bit of clean, the new oil around there, and screw it on. Now once your new filter's on, you can start filling it up with oil. These hold just under 7 litres, so I usually put 6 litres of oil in and then start checking it from there till it's at the right amount. And if you look on your dipstick, you've got your 2 dots, high and low, so you just sort of want to fill it up so it's in between those 2 marks. You don't want to overfill it anywhere like up here, or obviously you don't want to underfill it. Now when you think you're at the right mark on the dipstick, start the engine and run the car for just a minute, because the oil filter will take some of the oil and the level will go down. Anywhere sort of around that mark is where you want it. And then once you're finished and the oil's at the right amount, I tend to leave the car running. Just leave it run for a few minutes, check there's no leaks from the drain bung, and check the filter's not leaking. Also check the fuel filter that we changed. And yeah, maybe just take it for a drive to check when you get back there's no leaks. And that's it. Now I just want to say about the cabin filters as well, or pollen filters, because they tend to get missed out. If your heater blowers or your aircon is not very powerful, a lot of the time it's because these are blocked up. And to get to them, you want to drop the glove box down like this, and then this panel here unclips. See that clip at the bottom there, clip at the bottom there. You just pull that little rectangular panel off, slide the filters out, and then slide these new filters in, and they go right next to each other. I'm not going to do mine because I've only just done them, but yeah, it does make a big difference with your aircon. Now obviously I'm not going to change my filter, my air filter or air cleaner today, because I've got a K&N panel filter in. But yeah, it's really simple for that. Just do these, undo these clips around the airbox, lift the cover off, take the old filter out, new filter in, and close it again.